Hi everybody, Lori here for Simon Says Stamp. Thank you so much for joining me today. I'm excited to bring you the reveal of the newest Kisses release. I'm going to walk you through all of these exciting new products, starting with 3 new background cling designs. This first one is called Painted Heart Wreath, and as always, our background clings are red rubber mounted on a cushy foam, so you know you're going to get a beautifully stamped impression. That red rubber really does stamp beautifully, and this is one of those pop-out clings, so you can pop out the inner of the wreath and you can also pop out the sentiment, loving you, if you want to just use that by itself. And you can easily fit this all right back together and use it as one large stamp if you so desire. Okay, moving right along, the next background cling design is called Lace Heart Kaleidoscope. It's a beautiful detailed kind of geometric. It would look beautiful kind of stamped tone on tone, or you could emboss it in clear and then blend over it for an emboss resist look. And then lastly we have Concentric Hearts, and now this is another pop out background cling, and every single thing pops out. This is a poppin' one. All of those hearts, you could stamp them in rainbow order if you wanted to. You can pop them all out. Maybe you just want to stamp one heart individually. Also, the words love and you come out, and they can be stamped individually. So there is a lot of mileage and different looks you can achieve with all of these hearts, these concentric hearts, that can be stamped individually or they can be stamped together. So you can stamp it as one unified design, or you can stamp each one individually. A lot of different options and looks you can achieve with the Concentric Hearts background cling. Okay, moving on to a few new stamp designs. The first one we have is called Printmaking Postage. And there have been other printmaking stamp sets in the past. It's kind of a series. This one is featuring postage stamps. So this one has about 5 different stamps. 4 of them are solids, and those can be stamped to fill in that outline design at the top if you want to fill those in with solid stamped images. You could also just stamp the outline and fill it in with Copics or however you want to color it. They're coordinating dies to cut out each one of those postage stamps. You see how that lines up just like that. Now moving along, we have Swoopy Flowers. Another beautiful swoopy flower images with some great sentiments to coordinate with it. There are coordinating dies, as you can see to the left, that cut out all of the images and several of those larger scripty sentiments. So there you have Swoopy Flowers. Last we have From the Heart Messages. It's another larger stamp set with several sentiments that are shaped in a heart formation. And this coordinates well with the new rounded hearts, the nested round hearts die set. There are several, I think there's seven different sizes of hearts in the nested round hearts die set. And there are several different sizes of heart sentiments in the From the Heart Messages. So you could use those heart dies to coordinate with all those heart-shaped sentiments. Okay, moving along to some standalone dies. Back to the nested rounded hearts. I just wanted to show you how beautiful they look cut out of solid color cardstock. And like I said before, there's 7 different sizes of hearts, all the way down to the teeny tiniest little heart. Great for Valentine's projects, but all throughout the year. I always need a heart die, and it's great to have all these different sizes. Next up, we have the heart chain. Now this one can be a little deceiving because it's actually quite long. Could be great for a slimline card, but you might not know it just looking at the packaging. But you can see here the size. It's a long heart chain, and I die cut that out of some pink, light pink cardstock. And then there's also all the little innard hearts. Those could be cute in a shaker, or you can just pop them on the back of an envelope, or just anywhere you want to slap a heart. So there you have the heart chain. Next up is a Love You Very Much sentiment word die. I die cut that out of white cardstock, and then the backer shadow I did out of some dark teal cardstock, and this one looks great as well. Then we have Slay. It's a Slay Every Day. I mean, this one's so fun. The bubbly kind of vintage look to it. I did each letter in rainbow order, and it really looks fun how the letters all piece together. Lastly, we have the Slider Plate. This is an interactive die. It might not make much sense, and I'm sure there will be a video showing how to put this all together, but it's 2 dies. This one on the left here basically die cuts 2 slider tracks into a panel. Those make slider tracks, and then these little pull dies go in the back to make your image or whatever you want to slide on a card. Here's one that I put together to show you how this makes a little card slide. Whatever you want to slide. Could be a floral cluster. Here I have a heart and a sentiment. By the way, that heart is die cut using one of the nested round hearts that I showed you before. And then the Love You sentiment I will show you later. That's by Kathy Zielske. But we're moving on to a few new stencil designs. This first one is called Swoopy Flowers, and it does coordinate with the Swoopy Flowers stamp and die set that I showed you before. So this allows you to stencil color to fill in the swoopy designs, the florals and the foliage on the Swoopy Flowers. Makes it really easy peasy. And I do love, that's my favorite way to color in images, with a coordinating stencil. Next we have animal print. There's 3 different stencils in the set. You get 3 different animal prints. There's like a giraffe, there's a leopard, and a zebra or a tiger, however you want to call it. So you get 3 different animal prints. These would coordinate well with the from the past release, the Wild About You and the Wild Love. Those would go great together. Okay, next we have Candy Hearts stencil set, and this comes with 5 different stencils that you can layer up to create a really fun kind of candy heart background. You know those candy hearts that come in a box? They're like hard candies. Okay, so I had to stencil this one. You really got to see it. So that's stencil number 1, number 2, stencil number 3. You could stop right there, but if you want to add more detail, you could add 3, 4, and 5, or maybe there's 6. I think there's 6 stencils in the set, but look how it all comes together, and it's a really cute, fun heart stencil background that you can layer up. You can make it as simple or as detailed as you prefer. And then lastly, we have the 4 flakes. Winter's not over yet. Still a little bit of snow to go, and this is great if you want to stencil some snowflakes on the background of your cards. There's 1 hot foil plate in this release, and it's called Damask. And it's a beautiful detailed damask, like a large one. I foiled it in some iridescent onto white cardstock, and it's a beautiful damask hot foil plate. There's also a few new designs by Kathy Zielske. This first one is called Hi There Greetings, and there are coordinating dies to go with it. And this is a larger stamp set, a great mixture of fonts with just classic, like I love to make cards that just say hi, hello. It's got some thanks in there. You can see that all these coordinating dies cut out these larger sentiments in the stamp set. These are great Kathy Zielske classic fonts. And then there's some standalones. There's the Hi There. That's a great one too. I did it out of white, and then the backer shadow out of orange. And then we have the Love Ya. When you don't want to say love you, but you want to say love ya. It's a little more hip, a little more casual. Okay, so you got the red and white on that. Classic Kathy Zielske font, which I love. And then we have some new sentiment strips. You get 4 sheets in a pack. This first one is the classic black on white. And by the way, these are called Bold Love sentiment strips. And so 2 of the sheets are identical, and then the other 2 sheets have different sentiments. These pair perfectly with the sentiment label dies. My favorite ones are these, the white on black. It's just a really stark contrast when you have a colorful card. Same sentiments as before. This is the reverse Bold Love sentiment strips. Again, you get 4 sheets in a pack, and there's a lot of great sentiments, great for Valentine's, but any time of the year that you want to send a loved theme project. Okay, some extras. We have the sequin mix, and it's called Disco Hearts. So it's kind of there's some white heart confetti, a little iridescent star, it's just a mixture of white and iridescent, kind of like a disco ball there, but it's got the hearts, so we're keeping in kind of the Valentine's love theme. And then there's 2 new sheets of metallic cardstock. We have the rich red matte metallic cardstock and the champagne matte cardstock. So you got to see this to believe it. It's luxurious. Like, it's metallic, but it's matte. So you have the rich red and then you have the champagne. Again, it's metallic, but it's kind of matte and it's really kind of fancy schmancy. Hoity-toity. Now these are some stamps and dies and stencils from the previously limited edition card kit. They're also included in the Kisses release. You can buy them a la carte. If you didn't want to purchase the entire limited edition card kit, you can buy these by themselves. We have the With Love stamp set. It does have coordinating dies to go with it. There's also the Overlapping Hearts stencil set. They're 4 little mini 3x3 heart stencils. You can stack them up or use them individually. It kind of creates like a little heart bokeh background, but if you wanted to just use one by itself, you could do that as well. There's also the You Plus Me ticket die. I die cut this one to show you. You've probably seen it before if you saw the limited edition card kit, but it's a really great little ticket die, You Plus Me. So this one, I show you the positive and the negative. All those little letters that pop out and the heart, you could use those on a project as well. Lastly, we have the With Love ticket die. Just a simple standalone ticket die. And that is everything from the Kisses release. Before we go, just want to share a couple projects that I've created using several of these fun new products. So I showed you this before. This uses that slider plate. I use the nested round hearts. And then I use the Love Ya from Kathy Zilski, and then of course that Slay Every Day. I popped that up on that background that I blended using the Candy Heart stencil. So fun and colorful. Make sure and check out the Simon Says Stamp blog for more inspiration and information on the Kisses release. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a wonderful day, and I will see you next time.
I'm Heidi, Simon's mama and founder at SimonsSaysStamp.com. Thank you so much for watching our video. If you like what you just saw, be sure to press the thumbs up and subscribe to see more great content.